Hello friends, welcome to Battlegear's very first video series on YouTube. If you've not already downloaded Battlegear's Indian Defense News app, please go to Google Play Store and download it right now. You can get all the updates about Indian defense news matters right on your mobile phone. Go to Google Play Store and check out the app. Thank you. The topic of discussion for today are the air-to-air weapons that have been integrated and test-fired from the Tejas. We'll talk about all the weapons that the Tejas can carry and those that in the future may be integrated on the light combat aircraft Tejas. The Tejas, as you all know, is a multi-role fighter. So it can carry air-to-ground weapons as well as air-to-air weapons. But since the focus of today's video are just air-to-air weapons, we will only stick to this category. So there are two main types of air-to-air weapons that the Tejas can carry. The first one is the within visual range weapons. These are generally short range missiles or it can be even the gun, which these weapons have a range of anywhere from a few hundred meters to anywhere up to 20 to 30 kilometers. Most of the missiles in this category are infrared heat-seeking missiles. The other category of air-to-air weapons that the Tejas can carry are the BVR or beyond visual range weapons. These are generally medium to long range missiles which have a range of anywhere greater than 30 kilometers to up to 100 kilometers or more. Most of these missiles in this category or in the BVR category are active radars missiles. As we go further, we will be talking about each of the missiles in these categories and we will discuss them in more detail. The very first missile that was integrated with the Tejas was the Russian R-73 air-to-air missile. The R-73 is an infrared heat-seeking missile, so it latches on to the heat signature of an enemy fighter aircraft and destroys it. It has a strike range of about 20 to 30 kilometers. And if you see the R-73, it is a very popular choice for the Indian Air Force. Most of the Russian fighter aircraft with the Indian Air Force are integrated with the R-73. For now, the current MiG-21 Bison, the MiG-29, the Sukhoi 30 MKI, they are all capable of firing the R-73 air-to-air missile. Even the French Mirage 2000 fighter aircraft has now been integrated with the R-73 and is capable of firing it. So as you can see, it's a very popular option with the Indian Air Force and it must have been a natural choice for the Air Force to opt for the R-73 as a short range weapon for the Tejas. The Tejas, the firing of the integration and firing of the R-73 was completed somewhere in 2010 on the Tejas aircraft and it was a very crucial component for the granting of the IOC or the initial operational clearance for the Tejas fighter aircraft. The R-73 is also the same weapon that was used by Wing Commander Abhinandan after the Balakot strikes to shoot down a Pakistani F-16 aircraft in close combat. He fired the R-73 missile from his MiG-21 Bison. So the R-73 is a very capable and a combat-proven strike option. This is a picture of the naval version of the Tejas carrying two R-73 missiles, here and here. This is the normal way in which the R-73 missiles are mounted on the Tejas. They're usually carried on the outermost wing pylons or hardpoints under the wings. And in this picture, you can also see the Tejas carrying the BVR Derby missile. This is the beyond visual range missile supplied by Israel. That is the Derby, or the I-Derby as it is often called. And we will discuss more about the I-Derby missile in the next slides. This picture was taken at Goa from the shore-based ski jump facility for the naval version of the Tejas. This is a very interesting article about how the Indian Air Force team, the HAL team, and the Israeli company Elbit, they all came together and managed to successfully integrate a Russian platform, the R-73 missile, with a French fighter aircraft, that is the Mirage 2000. The Elbit company was supplying the new helmet display system for the upgraded Mirage 2000s, and they had no knowledge of the Mirage 2000 source code. And neither were the Russians willing to integrate the missile with the French platform. So it was a big achievement of how the Israelis and the Indian teams worked together to get this done. And this was finally revealed to the public in 2019. And it is now known that the Mirage 2000s can successfully fire the R-73 missiles. It is completely integrated with the Mirage 2000 now. The next missile that we'll talk about is the I-Derby air-to-air missile supplied by the Rafael Corporation of Israel. So there are two options available here. One is the I-Derby and one is the I-Derby ER, or extended range. The I-Derby is supposed to have a range of about 50 to 60 kilometers, while the extended range option has a strike range of 100 kilometers plus. Both are beyond visual range missiles and both have active radar seekers. The Derby was fired in 2017 from the Tejas, and it was a critical component of getting the FOC, or final operational clearance, for the Tejas. The Indian Air Force wanted a BVR option for the Tejas, and it was decided that the I-Derby would be the choice. If you look back, the Derby was also used by the Indian Navy for its Sea Harrier upgrade program in the late 2000s. So the Sea Harriers were upgraded with the ELTA 2032 radar, and along with that, the Navy went in for the Derby BVR missiles. The Sea Harriers were successfully integrated and with the Derby missile, and they flew with these weapons till about 2016 when they were retired from service. And the Indian Air Force also has experience of the Derby missiles when they selected this missile for the Spider weapon platform. The Spider is a ground-based anti-aircraft system, and it also uses Derby air-to-air missile. So there is a lot of past history for the Derby missile, and it might have been the reason why India decided to go with the Derby for the LCA Tejas fighter aircraft. So this is a picture of the Tejas during the integration trials of the Derby missile, and here you can see is the I-Derby air-to-air missile being carried on the wing pylon, and you can also see an external fuel tank here, and there is also the lightning pod, the electro-optical pod manufactured by Rafael, the lightning pod being carried here. You can see the outline here, and here is a picture of the Spider air defense missile system based on a Tata, the Indian Tata 6x6 truck with four missile launch tubes at the back. You can see there is a Derby missile here, and here's a Python 5 air-to-air missile here. So the Indian Spider missile platform is only based on the Derby air missiles, not the Python. Here's one more picture. This is the Spider system deployed on a Tatra 6x6 platform, and this is in use with the Indian Air Force, as you can see, and those four missile launch tubes carrying the four Derby air-to-air missiles. And this is an interesting article which talks about the Derby missiles being integrated with the Su-30 MKI. So during the Balakot airstrikes and the subsequent air battles with the Pakistani F-16s, it was found that the Russian origin R-77 BVR missiles were outmatched by the F-16s, the Pakistani F-16s with their AMRAAM American BVR missiles. So after that, the Indian Air Force started looking for BVR options for the Su-30 MKI, and the I-Derby ER was an obvious choice with a range of 100 kilometers. So these discussions are still on, and so far there no trials have been carried out on the Su-30 MKI. So this will take a while. You'll have to integrate the I-Derby ER with the Su-30 MKI, which is a Russian platform. So this will take some amount of work by the Rafael engineers. This may take some time till we see Su-30 MKIs being armed with the Derby ER missile. The next missile that we'll talk about is India's very own Astra or Astra BVR missile. The Astra is the very first air-to-air missile that has been designed and developed by India. It's a beyond visual range missile and is supposed to have a strike range of 70 to 100 kilometers. It has an active radar seeker, and it has been successfully tested, integrated with the Sukhoi 30 MKI. But the same integration and testing is yet to happen with the Tejas aircraft. But these trials are supposed to be starting in 2021. So we expect very soon the Tejas to also be seen with the Astra BVR missile. It will be a great boost for the beyond visual range capabilities of the Tejas fighter aircraft, and it will supplement and maybe even replace the Derby missile from the Indian Air Force's inventory. There is also a Mark II variant which is under development, and it is supposed to have a strike range of almost 150 kilometers. The trials are expected to start in 2022 until again obviously do duty on the Tejas whenever it becomes available. The next weapon that we'll talk about is the GSH-23 gun. It's a twin barrel gun supplied by Russia and it fires the 23 round. A normal AK-47 round is 7.62 mm. So this gun fires a round which is almost 3 times the size of a AK-47 round. So it can have devastating impact on the enemy fighter aircrafts, and it is generally used for close air combat. It does not require any radar. All that the pilot has to do is get the enemy aircraft in its sights and fire it. So when a pilot has run out of missiles and he has enemy aircraft in close visual sighting, he uses this option. Here's a picture of the Tejas and you can see this is where the GSH-23 is located. It's under the right wing air intake and you can see the twin barrel of the GSH-23. The next missile that we may see in the future being put on or integrated with the Tejas is the ASRAM missile, or the Advanced Short Range Air to Air Missile, supplied by MBDA, which is a European consortium. The ASRAM is again a short range missile like the R-73. It's a heat seeking missile and it homes on to the heat emissions of enemy aircraft. This missile was initially purchased for arming the IF Jaguars, for the upgraded Jaguars, and it has a strike range of about 25 to 30 kilometers, very similar to the R-73 missile. As the article mentions, the IF might go ahead and standardize this missile on other fighter aircrafts as well. So maybe in the future, the ASRAM missile might be integrated with the Tejas. Who knows? For now, we don't know of any trials that have been conducted on any other weapon platforms, that is Sukhoi 30 MKI or the LCS. But let us see if this missile does make it to the Tejas, and maybe it might be a replacement for the R-73 there. This is all that we have for the air-to-air weapon systems of the Tejas fighter aircraft. We hope that you liked our very first video series. We aim to bring out similar such videos not only on the Tejas but other Indian weapon platforms as well. So keep watching this space and we will be out with more such videos. Thank you. Take care.